Can women ever be loyal? That is the million-dollar question I get from students. And the answer to that is no. Women can never be loyal to anyone but themselves. And if you think otherwise, you are deluding yourself big time. Okay, and the only guys who ever think otherwise, like, no, yes, they can be loyal, are generally like beta males, cucks, SJWs who want to preach this, oh, we're all equal and everybody's just the same and all this other nonsense, because they don't have any experience with women. A lot of these guys are complete incels. They've never dated women. They don't cold approach women, that's for sure. Right? They don't have any experience whatsoever with women, yet they want to sit there and cheerlead for them and whip out their pom-poms and start cheering for the gynocracy and for feminism, thinking that that will get them laid. Okay, I know you're a little scam, by the way. But no, women cannot be loyal. Okay, women can only be loyal to themselves. Even if you're in a long-term relationship with a woman or you're married to her, she will constantly be fielding her options. I've always said women are like monkeys swinging on a vine. They can't let go of one vine until they grab onto the next one. Okay, that's why they have that term called monkey branching when it comes to female hypergamy. Okay, she is constantly going to be fielding her options. Now, when I say all this, am I talking about all women? No, I'm not talking about all women, because there's always going to be like a few unicorns out there. And hey, if you're a woman who's about to hate in my comments, maybe you're one of those unicorns. Okay, maybe you're one of them. So I'm not going to say like 110% all women, but I will say most. Okay, most. Just because you happen to be that one unicorn out there that's like completely loyal to your man, it doesn't automatically disqualify the majority of women out there. And furthermore, for women who are actually loyal to their men, the reason why these women are loyal to their men is because that man is providing something of value to her. Whether he's just like super alpha or he's taking her on that emotional roller coaster that I teach you guys to take women on. He's providing value in some way, shape, or form that is causing this woman to be and stay loyal to him. Okay, but at the end of the day, if he were to stop doing those things, guess what? These women would stop being loyal to him and she would start fielding her options and she would look for some other schmuck to monkey branch to. Okay? Because at the end of the day, like I keep telling you guys, women are not loyal. They don't have it in their DNA to be loyal to anyone outside of themselves and their own survival. Okay, and this goes all the way back to our tribal days, our caveman days. Women were not even loyal to the tribe, right? Women would easily have monkey branched to another tribe had they provided her with better resources, better shelter, more food, more abundance. Okay, even the women back then had no loyalty to the tribe. Make no mistake about it. Okay, do not kid yourselves. Women are just constantly going to be looking for the BBD. Okay, it stands for the bigger, better deal. Constantly. That's what they are wired to do. That is what they've been programmed to do since the beginning of time. So can you seriously sit there and expect this person who's been wired and programmed to be this way to actually be loyal to you? No, you can't. Okay, you can't. And just going back to all the incels protecting these women and trying to say like, no, that's not how they are. Again, you guys have zero experience. Zero, okay, zero. There's a reason why these women all hate on each other. If you notice these girls love to hate on each other, right? A girl who's a complete stranger could see another girl and just start dissing that girl. Like just start talking smack to her, or even just start yelling things out at her like, oh, you stupid bitch. Oh, that's an ugly purse. Or, oh, those are cheap hair extensions. Or, oh, your nails are ugly. You know, just from afar, not even knowing this girl. Why do girls do shit like that to each other? They do shit like that to each other because they genuinely do hate each other. Okay, make no mistake, women hate each other. Deep down, they hate each other, right? They can't stand each other because they are keen to each other's manipulation. They know, being a woman, how manipulative they are. So obviously they could see that in other women too, which is why they hate on each other. They hate seeing another woman out there manipulating for resources that they want for themselves. So they will gladly cut each other down in order to, get to the highest status male they possibly can. And this is why I often tell girls, like female friends of mine, family members even, okay, that are female in my family, I tell them, do not trust your girlfriends. If you're a female watching this, by the way, I'm your best friend right now. You know why? Because I'm telling you point blank, those little girlfriends of yours, you cannot trust them. You cannot trust them. Especially if it's a single girlfriend of yours and you finally get yourself a man and you and your man are hitting it off, you're in love with this guy and you just want to be with him, and you've got your little single girlfriends out there who are hating on you, trying to shame you, trying to guilt you for not hanging out with them anymore, trying to talk bad about your man. Get rid of those girls, okay? They're poison. Those girls are poison. They want to make sure that you are just as miserable as they are. So just like crabs in a bucket, where if it's just one crab in the bucket, it won't try to get out. But if you put 2 or more crabs in the bucket, they will all pull each other down. And guess what? Women are the exact same way. When they see one of their own girlfriends, who they tell everybody that is their bestie, they could have been best friends since kindergarten, right? They have no problem pulling the rug out from underneath each other. They have no problem cutting each other's legs off if she sees her friend more happy than she is. If she sees her friend smiling, laughing more than she does, she's gonna get pissed about it. She's gonna get jealous. She's gonna get envious, and she's going to try to take her friend down a few notches. No different from any of those loser haters in my comment section who are like dropping all these personal attacks on me because they don't like what I'm saying. They're dropping all these personal attacks. What are they trying to do? They're trying to bring me down. They're trying to make me feel bad about myself, even though it doesn't work. I've been in field over 2 decades now. I've dealt with shit tests my entire life, and anything you could put in the comment section is nothing compared to the shit tests that I have dealt with for the last 2 years and continue to deal with as I actively still go out. Obviously, you guys know, if you're part of my channel, I am a pickup artist. I am a dating coach, and I make no bones about that either. Okay, I openly admit exactly what I am. And I've been doing this a long time. But getting back to the topic, no, women cannot be loyal. Okay, women cannot be loyal. They can't even be loyal to each other. Right? They can't even be loyal to each other. They are constantly stabbing each other in the backs. And again, you girls who have those girlfriends that finally meet a high value guy and she's finally happy, you guys are probably the worst of the bunch, trying to ruin this girl's relationship just because you don't want to lose her, just because you don't want to be left alone. You don't want to be miserable by yourself. As they say, misery loves company, and nowhere is that more true than with female to female relationships. Especially if they're friends, especially if they're besties. You guys are all trying to cut each other down. Even women who are related to each other have done this. I've dated girls before, right? I've had a few girlfriends that I could just think of off the top of my head. Like, there was this one girl in 2006 I was dating. Her auntie, right? Her auntie lived all the way out in, what was that place? Rancho Cucamonga. And this girl lived in Belmont, California. I was dating this girl. We were having, a pretty decent relationship, and her aunt would constantly try to chime in and like go in her ear and like, oh, I don't know about this guy and blah, blah, blah. And she was always trying to ruin it, and I was the most high value man that this woman ever dated at that time, and still to this day, because I've seen what's happened to her. I saw what happened to this girl. This girl was beautiful. She was young, and I cared about her, and I probably would have married this girl, right? My old blue pill self over 10 years ago in 2006. I would have married this girl, but her girlfriends and her aunt ruined it. Okay, her girlfriends kept going in her ear, and this girl, she was like 26, 27, still a little bit young, a little bit too naive, and she listened to her girlfriends yap in her ear, like, I don't know about Matt, and Matt's probably out there cheating on you, and I wasn't, by the way. I was actually faithful to this girl. And like, oh, Matt this, Matt that. It's like yap, 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 and it started to deteriorate our relationship. And it started to cause problems in our relationship. because she was too busy listening to them, trusting them. Even her own auntie, who practically raised her, was trying to poison our relationship. And they all ended up succeeding. You know, my old blue pill self, I just backed off, right? Which was probably a smart thing to do. And I went on to obviously have a phenomenally fabulous life. And this girl, she's lost her looks. She is now, okay, so this was 2006. She was about 20, I want to say she was about 27 actually. And now, fast forward, 14 years later, this girl is unmarried, single mom, has lost her looks, has 2 kids from 2 different fathers, has dated nothing but losers since we've broken up, has never been able to lock down a high value male ever since. This girl, even after we broke up in 2006, okay, she stalked me online. Back then MySpace was big, so she stalked my MySpace for like 3 years, hoping and sending these like subliminal messages through MySpace, hoping that I would come back to her. And I never did. I just didn't want anything to do with her at that point, because what these girls basically pushed her to do is start going out with them, start clubbing with them. And then she ended up meeting some guy. She met some guy and she was like, I want to see what happens with this guy. And those girls, her aunt and her girlfriends, knew that that guy was just a temporary distraction to get her away from me. And he was low value. Obviously the guy lived in like some shithole, but she ended up dating this guy for like a couple of months, then tried to come back to me immediately once she realized the guy was low value. And I was like, no. Even though I was still blue pill back then, I didn't put up with women's shit. I was like, nope. Never took her back. And it took her 3 years of stalking me to finally get over it. And from the moment we've broken up, she's done nothing with her life but self-destruct. Nothing but self-destruct. She could have been with me. We could have been doing this business together. I know she would have supported me. You know, we got along like best friends. I mean, I really cared about this chick. And she screwed herself by listening to these girls. Her auntie and her girlfriends all screwed her over. Why? Because they were miserable themselves. Her girlfriends and her auntie were both single themselves. So you girls, let me tell you, do not trust your girlfriends, okay? Do not trust your girlfriends. You're probably in my comment section hating on me when I am your absolute best friend. I am the guy who's going to tell you the truth, not your little girlfriends. They are all going to try to screw you over. They're going to try to screw over your relationship. They're going to try to make your life miserable. They're going to be in your ear. They're going to try to manipulate you, trying to tell you they care about you when they don't. They only care about themselves, because at the end of the day, women only care about themselves. They are going to try to screw you over. If you're in a relationship with a guy, you better hang on to him, listen to what he says, respect him, and tell your girlfriends and any female family members who have anything negative to say about your relationship, tell them all to go F off. Tell them to leave you alone. If you have to, get a restraining order against them. Get them away from you, because they will screw you up, okay? They will screw you up. Just ask my last girlfriend from 2006. And if you're watching this, you know who you are. You know who you are. Hi, babe. Anyway, moving on. Women can never be loyal. Okay, they just can't. You cannot even trust your female friends, girls. Okay? You ladies watching, you cannot even trust your own female friends, much less your own female family members. They will always try to pull you down the second they see you happier than they are. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. So just understand, guys, that women are hypergamous, always have been, always will be. It's in their biology to constantly be fielding their options out there. As I've said in previous coaching videos, women can only love you for what you can do for them, not who you actually are. This isn't to say that women don't love you. They just don't love you in the way that you think they love you. Again, they love you for what you can do for them, the value you can bring to the table, and not actually you as a person. Okay, we are merely just objects to women. They don't really see us as people. We're just objects. And that's okay. Right? That's okay. Doesn't mean you need to go black pill. Doesn't mean you need to stop dating women completely. I mean, you can still enjoy women, and you are wired to date women. Okay, this is why when you try to just exile women from your life, you start to have mental issues. You start to have physical ailments. You know, and I've seen this before. I know a lot of guys want to argue with me on this. Like, no, I don't need those bitches. But trust me, I've seen dudes like do it long term, man. And it's just not a place you want to end up. Okay, the reason why I drop these red pill truth bombs on you is so you can enter these dating relationships with these girls with full awareness of what you're getting yourself into, what she's capable of doing to you as a woman, but still enjoying her. And I understand, like, you know, I get a lot of MGTOW guys talking about like the risks involved and like, oh, it's just not worth the risk. I totally get that, right? I totally understand that. But there's also risk with just stepping outside your house. Does that mean to never leave your house and never drive a car again? Of course not. Okay, of course not. You just have to choose wisely. And that is something that I've been preaching on my YouTube channel from day one. In all of my teachings with game and pickup, I've been preaching that since day one, to choose wisely. I have never been one of these like top pickup guys who is preaching to, you know, go to the nightclubs and, you know, score as much pussy as you can. That is not my method of teaching. Okay, if you look throughout my coaching videos, I'm always talking about screening girls, trying to get the highest caliber female that you possibly can, how to find women who aren't going to poison drip you, how to find good women out there. I'm constantly preaching this stuff. I've never been about quantity. I've always been about quality. And even the hundreds of women I've dated myself, that number would actually be into the thousands easily if I just went for quantity over quality. Okay, the reason why it's only 350 is because I've been very, very selective. Because I've gotten guys in my comments who have been like, dude, how did you date that many women? That's way too many. And I'm like, dude, you don't know all the opportunities that I passed up. All the women that I didn't move forward with. I mean, because if I did, like a lot of these top PUA guys, I would be in the thousands. And I would probably have a few kids out there out of wedlock right now, like some of these top pickup guys do, right? They have kids out of wedlock. Their kids were accidents. I've never made that mistake because I've always been careful. I mean, think about it. I've dated over 350 beautiful women and I don't have any kids and I've never been dumb enough to get married. I didn't make those mistakes. I've always chosen wisely. And that's exactly how I teach my students to choose women. Very, very wisely. Are there going to be risks? There's always going to be risks. But there are also ways that you can protect yourself, without completely cutting off women, without completely cutting off the opposite sex, because we need each other, right? We do need each other. But obviously, again, with red pill awareness, because I want you to protect yourselves out there. Okay, I want you to watch your ass. Okay, and yes, there are some evil, vengeful, just toxic women out there. And I've done coaching videos on these types of women as well. How to spot them, what to look for, how to avoid them. Okay, I'm not like one of these top PUA guys who is like, dude, just freaking bang and clang, ejaculate and evacuate, get as much pussy as you possibly can. You're not a little boy. We're not in 10th grade anymore. It's time to grow up, okay? Start picking women that are cool, that are good, that you share the same common values and beliefs with. Start looking for women like that and you'll have a lot less of these problems that most guys out there are having because they're just looking to get laid and they're taking all sorts of risks no matter, no matter what type of girl she is. Okay, I've never taught pickup or game that way and I never will because I know it's a dangerous way to do game and it's a dangerous way to live, right? So that's all I have to say for tonight's coaching video. I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M. Don't forget to smash that like button right now, guys. Hit that like button. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell as well so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video. More importantly, please subscribe to my channel below. It helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to my channel. It tells YouTube that you love my content and you want me to produce more of it. And for you guys who want to support my work and my channel and my content and everything I'm teaching guys here even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 months to mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the hottest women on the planet. I'm talking 8s, 9s, and 10s. The same exact type of women that myself and my students are approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, every single week. And again, I don't teach you how to go after the low-hanging fruit out there, the single moms, the party girls, the toxic women. Instead, I teach you how to go out there and find and only go to venues where you can meet high quality, high caliber, attractive, beautiful women, young, beautiful women. Okay, that is what I teach you about in 7 months to mastery. And the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. It's only $1. So if you want to get signed up, that is the absolute best way to support my work and support my channel. Just click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.
What's up, man?
Say hi.
Hey, this guy is the best. Everybody watching this guy is the best.
Take it easy. All right, kind of fits the video. I get recognized from YouTube.